So I wanted to go live today and talk about something I just built. Now in the past, I used to do my minutes and manage customers' corporations, right? Well, that software is no longer in service. It still works, but it's no longer in service. So instead of doing it for people, I thought I'd build a tool similar. So that's what I did. That's what this is. So it's almost finished. It's just the back end needs to be done. But what's going to be on here, let's say you have a corporation and let's go documents and minutes. So any document you need, we can create it. Open a bank account. Now, you know, if you have a corporation, you're supposed to have a bank resolution. Some banks don't even check, some do. Annual meeting, you have to do that every year. These are the excuses I hear people say. I have an LLC and I got an LLC and not a S Corp or a C Corp because I didn't want to do that much paperwork. Well, I found that most people end up turning their LLC into an S Corp. So guess what happens? Now they got to do the paperwork. So no matter what they say, they're going to end up at this place anyways. So this software will help you do everything. It's just so simple. I teach you how to do it, how to create your minutes, how to get an authorization. You can do an authorization. You just put, I'm putting all the fields in here. See if it has, this one hasn't been done yet. But, you know, so like say you want to borrow money, purpose of the loan, the lender name, the maximum, and the officer that's going to do it, and then it generates a document. And then that document goes into your corporate book. So just in case you get audited, they can't say you pierced the corporation by illegally getting a loan. So all this corporate compliance suite takes care of all that. Got client questionnaires, retroactive compliance. So this is retroactive. So I used to have my company in there. I'm not using that software no more because it went dead. So I'm using something else that I made up. But it shows that I have 3 years missing. Let's see, what is it? It's not really referring to it. But imagine it's 3 years of statement of information. So you're going to get a warning. Most of the time when people have a corporation, they pay somebody, right? I don't know how much you pay your CPA, and they ain't doing, they're not doing it for free. So this will give you the warnings. You don't need a CPA. You don't need nobody no more. You can have this software. I'm building it for 5. So if you have a company, most people have 1 or 2 companies. So I'm going to put 5 companies you can use if you buy a suite of 5. And then I'm going to white label this to CPAs that they want to do their clients. So this is for CPAs too. I just wanted to touch upon this. So you can see there is. Now I'm doing document audit trail. So IRS might audit you. You're going to have all your documents, right? Compliance reminders. Oh, here's a compliance statement of information. This is overdue. Okay, obviously I'm caught up, but like I said, this is just a sample. Franchise tax board. That's $800. $800 we pay in California, right? So a lot of people don't know that it's got to be paid by March 15th, and they depend on who, CPA, corner tax guy. I don't know. But they're not getting it done. I got a guy just called me yesterday and said, what is this? I looked him up. California hasn't paid in over 2 years. He's going on 3rd year. They normally will let you go 1 year. But right now, I'm not seeing that no more. They're actually charging almost $200 for every year you're late. That's for $25 that you pay the same time every year. 25 bucks. But if you don't pay that 25, then the fine is 200. So 2 years is 400. So that could cost you if you don't have that reminder, or if your CPA says, "Oh, it fell through the cracks." He's not going to pay for it. Franchise tax due $800. Quarterly tax estimates. All your reminders are here. I even put a little bit of business credit in here because I'm going to try to add these together as time goes on. Because right now I sell a software, a business credit. It's not mine. I paid a lot of money to sell the software back in 2011, but I don't like the fact that they're charging me hundreds of dollars to open that license. So if I sell you something for, let's say, $800, just and it's that business software. Actually, I wouldn't sell it for 800. It's 1,000. Most people sell it for 25 or 3,000 just for the business software. So if I sold it, say for $1,000, well, I'm not getting 1,000. I got to pay these guys a fee every time I open a license. So I'm gonna try to get away from that. I'm gonna see if I can build my own business credit course in here. So I already started it. It has a list, open your bank account, get your EIN number, set up your business email. It goes to all these things. Now, what I'm gonna do is make it so everything's clickable, right? So you just click and boom, you end up where you get your EIN number. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. And then I'm contacting some banks. I'm actually going to add some credit cards in here. So here's a credit score. You show the range. Credit type, personal and business cards. You want business or personal. And then what's your primary goal? Cash back, travel rewards, credit building. So what kind of card you want to get? Business type, LLC or corporation. So that's what this software is going to be. So there won't be no excuse to say, you know what, I know a corporation's better than a sole proprietor, but I don't want to deal with the paperwork. Well, I just solved that problem. I need a little bit more work in the back end, but this should be done soon. So I wanted to show this real quick. Now, the next thing I wanted to show was my prompt optimizer. So I built this because I continue to go to chat and I'm going back and forth when this can solve the issue, right? So I did a prompt earlier. It's actually, and I'm fixing this. As time goes on, I'm refining this prompt optimizer. Now, the prompt optimizer I normally give with something you buy from me so you can have it, right? Most people use like ChatGPT and they're going 15 times asking it dumb questions, right? So this thing creates a prompt. Now, you might have to go back and forth once or twice, but not 15 times, what I see people doing. So this creates your prompt, a real short prompt, and it gets to the point. So it asks what industry. I put AI marketing and business credit, okay? Main goal, get small business owners to buy my product and to live stream. Local small business home services and martial arts, health and wellness. I just put them industries. Now, if you want this to be and I just added this drop down here. So you got to know what Facebook is, short is, and all that. And I can explain that to you, but you can look all that stuff up. So you got to know how many words there is, right, per post. Tone style, put professional and authoritative. Our company just launched 2 main products, Ultimate. So that's the 2 products we have. List specific items or points that must be included. I hate the words guarantee and cheap, so I had to take it out. And then the end goes to get business owners to attend my lives. All right, generate the prompt. Boom, here's the prompt. So this is what the prompt says. You are an expert in AI marketing and business credit. Your task is to get small business owners to buy my products and to go live and to live stream. The audience is local business, home services, martial arts, and health and wellness. Use a professional, authoritative tone. So this is the prompt. This prompt will get me probably 80% of the way of what I need. And then I'll refine it from there, and then I'll be done after a couple of prompts. So I'm working on this to make this where you're just doing it once. For instance, there's a thing, I just learned this through my AI training. And I'll talk about that today. I'll talk about that right now. So in AI training, I just learned that when you're building something, you want to use the word design doc. I guess that's the language that engineers use when they're building something. So I learned that language today. Not today, the past week. And that's very important when you're doing a prompt. So I'm gonna put some of that language in this prompt optimizer, so we get better information. So I just wanted to talk about that. I give this prompt to anybody who buys anything from me, even our $97 product. They get this. It helps them, with their chat. Actually, not just chat GPT. It'll help you with LinkedIn, other AIs. I use Lovable, I think. Yeah, Lovable is the one I use to build stuff. But there's a process. You just can't go into Lovable and use it to build something. I use about three AIs to get to get something built. When I built that corporate minutes thing, when I built this, I didn't have that design. I probably could have got it done using that terminology. So let me go back to, and so this is, I'll be dropping, instead of dropping links all the time, I have my son building this today. So this, I have our package. There are 2 packages we sell. You click on it, you'll see it'll be a whole page on what we sell, and you can buy that. Right now, we're only offering 2 products. Now, let's say you need a subscription, you just need a website. We can do all that, but these are 2 major products that most businesses is all they need. So I'll be dropping this after my lives, not today. Got a little bit more work to do. And you just click on my YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and so you can follow us on YouTube. I'm gonna put probably my best content on my YouTube channel and my business channel, Facebook business and probably LinkedIn. Because I can go a while there and people can take the time and see it. Here live, I'm trying to knock off a live in 10, 15 minutes. All right, so here is, I think this is a $97 product we sell, you guys. So the way this is designed to put all your tools in here. Let's say you're a plumber and you use, they use Tido? It starts with a T. I forget the name of their software. So they have a proprietary software for home services. You can put that right here. So now when you log in, all your softwares will be in here. And there's other things you can do with this membership. It's actually like a membership. All these tools are live. They're just being refined. Now we finished these, so I'm going to show you something, the difference between ChatGPT and some of our tools. And this helps you so you don't have to go to ChatGPT. So let's say I want to, it's a segmentation of the market, right? So it's kind of like niching. So if you're a plumber, how are you going to advertise? For who? For commercial, for residential. So let me show you what a plumber would do. So I'll just put in here, now I don't need a prompt because I built this, my son built it. In the back, it does whatever we needed to with just telling it what market type. I'll put plumber, right? And that's it. And it's gonna give me 10 customer groups that plumber can go after instead of going after all 10 and kind of understanding what he needs to do. Maybe he wants to specialize in something. So I click plumber and then boom, it's done. You don't have to deal with no prompts or nothing. You don't have to even worry about a prompt. This thing will give you what you need. And then after this breaks it down, then we go to the next button. I'm not gonna do all the buttons today. I'll do one every couple of days. My son's doing them also on his life. So let's go through number 1. If you're a plumber, you want to contact home renovators. Now this is the number 1 thing. When it lists from 1 to, let's see, it got 1 to 10, right? 1 means this is probably the best place to make money. People fixing up their houses, like remodeling bathrooms or kitchens, they spend more because they need big jobs and need new fixtures. So this is a good market to go after. Now I'm not saying not go after other markets, but this is a market. So you would take this, copy and paste it, and put this in the chat, and you may ask chat, how do I contact home renovators? And it's gonna give you a bunch of ways to contact them. And then you can market just to them. Or you may want to market to rental property managers. Now this is for a plumber. They need plumbers, you guys. So you would contact these people. Rental property manager. I have a sister that does this. I'm pretty sure she does condos. So you would contact somebody like her. If you knew her, she'd probably hook you up. You can make some good money by taking care of all the condos she manages. Restaurant owners. I was in plumbing when I just came out of the military, and I did plumbing before I went to the military. And one of the guy I worked for, his name was Alan Umbrell. He did markets and restaurants, big restaurants and markets, because they clog up all the time, their drains. So we constantly did that. And then he did rich people's houses. New homeowners. You may want to go after new homeowners. Luxury homeowners. This is a guy, this is what my guy did. He did like 3 niches, and that's it. He didn't do like commercial plumbing. Well, he did commercial plumbing, but he just cleaned the drains. He didn't re-plumb them. He would do some basic plumbing. Emergency callers. Now this is a good one if you want to mess with them, if you're a 24-hour. You may want to put a young guy who's not married on this, right? You hire a young guy who's not married and you sign him to the 24. Well, you would probably need 3 guys, right? So they all take a shift. You pay them more money and they're going to take care of your clients any time of the night, any time of the day. So this is emergency callers. So you can go after that. So like it says, this breaks down who you can go after. Instead of guessing as a plumber, you're just doing anybody. No, you're going to have messaging. You're going to know exactly where to find these people. So all that's taught to you as time goes on. But the first button is to find out what you want to do, who you want to market to. So this goes all the way to young families, retiree homeowners, busy professionals, short-term rental hosts like Airbnb. You may want to contact somebody who manages a whole bunch of Airbnbs. So this is what this tool's for. And it's Customer Clue. Analyzes your market and shows you the 10 best customer groups to go after with simple profiles of who they are. It helps you pick the right people to sell to without confusing jargon. So I put plumbing right here. So let's see what martial arts does. I'll do that real quick, and then I'll move on to one more thing, and then I'll be done. Let's see if it changes the market. Takes a couple of seconds. Now, like I says, if you're doing this in ChatGPT, you sitting where you're at now and you're a business owner, would you know what question to ask? And this is why I solved that problem. At least my son did. He's putting prompts in the back end that this will answer any question. You don't need a prompt. And that's where AI is going probably in another year now, but for right now, we can create it. And my son created it. So these are, and I can download it right here, right? And then I can take each one of these and break it down and find out how to market to them by using another button. So parents with young kids, I used to teach karate, so obviously I used to go after the parents, not the kids. And then I tell the parents why they should bring their kids in karate. You know, they're gonna have more coordination. They're gonna be better kids. They'll probably do better in school. They're gonna be more respectful to adults. I can go on and on why a kid does better in the martial arts. I used to go to some of my kids' baseball games. These are 8-year-olds. Now they look like 12, 13-year-olds compared to the other kids on their team. Their eye and coordination was amazing compared to these other kids who never took martial arts. So so I'm not trying to sell martial arts. Fitness focused adults. These are busy adults who use martial arts instead of a gym to stay in shape. They pay for a set of classes each month, value regular training. Now, if I was a karate school, I would be offering this program. There's a program I know of. I'd give you the name if you're a martial arts school, and it's a licensing you got to pay for. But it gives you 2 major programs. It gives you a lot of programs within the 2 major ones, but it gives you one that teaches self-defense, bully defense, active shooting. It goes through all these drills, right? And then it has one for like kickboxing, stretching, and it really works you out. So you can put them 2 classes together and you can charge a monthly fee, or I used to a long time ago do workshops. I do 1-day workshops for like 5 hours and I would charge $300. So I imagine still be $300 to $500 a day. and you get this workshop. So that's fitness focused adults. Okay, I kind of mixed it up. I said fitness focused. Well, I gave you two programs, one self-defense and one fitness. Do them both, because then you go to the next one, women seeking self-defense. I believe that one course that I told you about teaches women a lot, different subjects. For instance, I used to teach a women's course, and I would teach them when they're going to their car, should you not have the keys? Well, let me take that. Should you not have the keys in your hand? Yeah, the key, that's good. Well, now, you know, we got cars where you just look at the thing and the door opens. There's some cars are like that, some high-end cars. So today is probably easier because you have a alarm. You just click, boom, the car's in. As soon as you get in, lock it. So these are some of the drills that I used to teach ladies for self-defense. So these are different ways to build your karate school. Weight loss seekers. These are people who want to lose a lot of calories, but they want to learn a little bit of self-defense and other things that martial arts brings to the table. Martial arts hobbyists. They are fans who love the culture and training tools. They spend on martial arts workshops and extra gear. So if you're a karate guy, we can help you. I know there's some people around the country doing martial arts marketing, and they're charging you. And I see they're making big changes already. So everybody's making big changes. So if they're charging you like $5,000 down and maybe $600 to $1,000 a month, they might have to come down a little bit in the martial arts industry. Now, in industries that make a lot of money, they're not coming down. So it just depends, right? But sometimes you love something and that industry doesn't pay as much as other industries. I love the martial arts. I love home services. But there's also a reason why I love the martial arts and home services businesses. Can you guess? Yeah, they're going to be around at least till I die. My son's half my age, so I don't know if they'll be around when he dies, but they're definitely going to be around because robots are not going to teach you martial arts. And I don't think robots are going to do plumbing and air conditioning and electrical work. I mean, is it possible? Yeah, because I see stuff, you guys. So in my my AI certification program, we see all kinds of crazy stuff. They show us that other countries are using robots for a lot of stuff, but I think our country is kind of reluctant because as it is, like I just told you, I mentioned CPAs. I'm gonna do CPAs real quick. CPAs. I think CPAs will be gone in 3 or 4 years. The ones that master AI will still be in, and they'll be using it in such a way where they're going to give you an offer where, here, just log into the software and answer the questions and your taxes are done. Or things of that nature. Because AI does numbers better than anybody. So the white collar industry is going to be wiped out. I know people don't want to hear it, but it's just the way it is. So I put in, so let's see what it pulled up. Freelancers, e-commerce sellers, real estate investors, construction contractors. So see, it changes a little bit. It gives you different people to go after. So now, like I told you, if I take this first one, freelancers, they work on their own for different clients. They need help keeping their taxes in check, so they pay for these services offered. It's just telling you it's kind of the number one thing that's hot. Sometimes it's also you make more money in it. So if I was working with a CPA, like I told you, I can do any business. I don't care. There's people that say I only do CPAs. Them days to me are gone. Because the reason why one guy would work with just CPAs, call it a niche, is so he can build all his websites and all his infrastructure for one niche, and then he just use it over and over. Well, I got AI to help us out now, so I don't need to worry about that. Like I just told you, my son built this too. Doesn't matter what your business is, it's going to tell you. Now from there, we got to break it down. There's other tools. I'll show you the buttons. Oh, sorry. I'll go back. So these are the other buttons, right? Build a buyer. I'm gonna finish after this one. I'm not gonna go into this. So you put the target market, the product or service, and this will build you a buyer. This is a demonstration. It gives you an age, how much they make, what do they do, and you can run this through chat. And when you run your ads, this is who you're going to run your ads for. Daniel is the owner operator of a 75-seat neighborhood bistro. This is a restaurant, generating around $850,000 in annual revenue. He earns modest personal income after reinvesting profits into rent, staff wages, supply costs. He lives in a suburban home with his spouse and two negotiations. Oh, school-age children, juggling, nightly service, rushing, local vendor, negotiate. So these are the people you would go after. Once I put in, the segment, the market. And this is a restaurant, obviously. So now you know who your customer is. Now I'll continue going. Like say if you bought this program and you just want marketing. Every one of these buttons we would go through, or you would go through as quick as possible, and you end up, you have your client in front of you. You really know what keeping him up at night. What's he thinking about? Everything in his mind, you're gonna know all that. Most people never know that because they never had the money to do these kind of impact studies. So with AI, I can do all that, you guys. It builds your I think there's like 8 or 9. What do we got? All these buttons do something to help you build your business. Eliminate objections. You can put in some information here and boom, it gives you all the objections that they're going to give you. So every one button covers everything you do. I don't care what business you are. It doesn't really matter. I told you, they're programmed to do any business. I could have programmed to do 3 business. Would it be different if I program it to do any business? No, it's going to give you the same quality information. So anyways, this is our membership. Then we give a mentoring program that goes along with this. So you're going to be learning things that I'm learning in AI that I can sell for a lot of money, and you're going to be getting information. For instance, that software I built, right? I'll go back to it. This software, so today, I'm on classes all the time. So today, early this morning, I was on a class, and it was from Atlanta, Georgia. It was streamed to us. But anyways, she showed how to build a tool like this, an app, right? This is considered an app. He was a coder, and this is what he did for a living prior to getting into AI, because he knows his job is going to be gone probably in a year. I'm not saying that. There's a couple of people that I watch that are multi-billionaires, and they have hundreds of coders on their team, and they said the coders can't compete no more. A coder takes an hour to a week to fix a bug in a software like a Netflix or. This guy has big companies on his platform. He said a AI can do it in 30 seconds, almost fix any bug. So there's no comparison. People who code are going to be gone. So I see all these schools popping up trying to teach kids to code. I'm sorry, it's going to be history in 2 years. So this, he said, to design for me. If he were to design the coding for this, I don't know how many code lines in there. When you're building it, you can actually see what the tool is doing. This particular tool is lovable. It's an amazing app, but you need about 4 tools to build something like this. I didn't use the 4 tools to build this. I would have had it done. So I'm gonna get it done so I can sell it, to CPAs or whatever. But so you need. Hold on, let me change something right. So he said he would charge me $3,000 to $5,000 just to do the coding on this. That's not to do the back end, and it'd probably be a few more thousand. This probably cost me, I'm gonna say when it's said and done, about $100. Okay, $100, and I can sell this. I can sell it to somebody who wants to buy it. for thousands, 50,000. Depends what it's worth to them. How can they market this? Let's say they market this to every corporation in America, and they're selling it for $49 a month, and then they're selling to CPAs for $2,000 or $3,000 every year. They're paying you $3,000 a year. I'm just top of my head. So I think I can sell this for $50,000 to somebody who doesn't know how to build this but would like to have this in the repertoire. So this is valuable, you guys. I don't know if you realize this. This is very, very valuable to set this up, to set up apps like this. I built a few. I built one not just on corporate compliance. I built one for recipes. That was an easy one. And then I built one for corporations. Oh no, this is the one I built for corporations. I built 3 or 4. I have to look at them, but I'm trying to finish them now because now I found out the process. Every week I learn a better process to get something done. But either way, so so that's it for today, you guys. I'll put my links in so you guys can follow me. I'm going to be doing most of the long content on my YouTube channel or my business page. But I could do a little bit. I've done 3 things today on a live, which I'm probably over 15-20 minutes. So anyways, to you business owners, if something you see you need, this corporate compliance, I'm probably going to give it away with our ultimate business solution as a bonus. You don't have to pay the $49 a month. I'll give this to you once you buy the ultimate business solution. Excuse me. And like I told you, where do you go buy it? I'm gonna set up this. I've seen this before. It's basically your link tree. It has all your links on it, so they know where to find you, how to contact you. So I'll be putting this link. Hopefully, I'll be done by Wednesday. And it's not that I can't do it today. It's that my son's actually doing. He's got other projects in the funnel, and I told him I need this, so he'll probably get it done because he started this a couple of days ago. Because I got links. Instead of me dropping a whole bunch of links, I can just drop this one link, click, boom, you can go anywhere. You can even buy our product. This will be live Wednesday. Ultimate Business Solution, you can buy that product or you can buy Bravo AI Tools. Now remember, with both our products, there's a membership. Like I have a membership on corporations, why you need one, why it's so important to have one as a business owner versus a sole proprietor. And I've said this before, I think it's at least, it's probably in the low 80s now, people that are sole proprietors. 10 years ago, it was probably in the 90s. But people are getting hip. LLCs have been around. Corporations have been around the last 10, 12 years, I'd say. Maybe even longer than, maybe since the late 2000s, 2008, 2009, this was big. I know this is what I did. I did corporations and business credit. So we did hundreds of these. And I still do them. You know, I just stopped doing them for a while until I created this whole program. Anyways, I'm starting to ramble on, you guys. So I want to finish, get this information to you. If you see something, you know, that you might be interested, follow us. You know, we have the YouTube page that's starting to go. We have the Facebook, the LinkedIn, and I'm building a podcast. You know, I don't have like thousands of people under me, but I think the podcast is important. And in the old days, I wouldn't build a podcast, right? Why would I? It cost me 10 grand. I can build a podcast for a couple $100 now using AI. So for $200, I'll have a podcast in a month. Now, I think that'd be worth it for me. And then I can put more content there, reach out to business owners, have businesses come and talk about their business, have a hot seat once a month where a business owner comes on and we fix his business if he has any issues with marketing. What's keeping him up at night? How do we solve that problem? I'm gonna have a hot seat for that. I'm gonna reach out to chamber members. I'm going after chamber members. I don't think enough of them offer an AI program for the constituents or the business owners. I believe I can partner. So I'm sending out right now partnership proposals to partner up with chambers to give you guys this information through the chamber to partner with them. I don't. I just started sending them out. I think I did 20 this week. I'm gonna do 20 a week, 20 chambers a week. There's tons of chambers in just in California, literally tons. And then people make their own up. I found out if they don't like their city chamber, they make their own up. Now some people, and you got black, Hispanic. I haven't seen a white one yet, but for some reason there's Hispanic chamber and there's black chamber. I haven't seen a white chamber. But anyways, that's it, you guys. I'm gonna keep going on because I love teaching. I love putting out content. So anyways, that's it for today. Have a good